All right, nothing says NFL training camp like a really bad camp mustache. Guilty as charged.
I'm impressed, Paul. It's better than I could grow.
No, I've received threats if I shave it anytime soon before the end of camp, will be bodily harm. Some guys say I should be fined daily. Whatever. Let's get right to it. Camp credential, Paul Calvisi, Darren Urban. We know how it works in the NFL. Number one, all about the quarterback. Number two, getting to the quarterback. Considering 18 of the 36 sacks from last year are no longer on this roster, Darren Urban, where do you start?
Well, I think right now, Paul, you got to start with Zaven Collins, which is odd because we probably wouldn't have done that before the offseason. But now Zaven Collins has been moved to outside linebacker, and in a lot of ways, he's your number one edge rusher. I mean, Dennis Gardeck right now is running first team. He's done it in the past, but Zaven Collins is a guy who is a former first-round pick. You really need him to kind of emerge as something. It didn't really work out at inside linebacker, and with his new coaching staff, they felt like, okay, he makes a lot of sense on the edge. I heard somebody talking the other day, is he their Micah Parsons? Micah Parsons, when he was in college, never really was an edge rusher. Penn State, even though he liked to rush the passer, Penn State used him as a rangy inside linebacker. When he got to the pros, Dallas is using him on the edge, and now you got this powerhouse. I'm not saying that's what Zaven Collins is going to be by any stretch of the imagination, but who knows? Maybe you're taking a guy who never really has been an edge rusher, and he can blossom in that area.
We used to talk about Isaiah Simmons having potential as Micah Parsons. Maybe we just got the wrong linebacker, first-round linebacker. Hey, if Zaven Collins can resemble the remarks of his own teammates, Dennis Gardeck in the offseason said he's going to be a dominant outside linebacker. Josh Wood said that even Zaven doesn't know how good he can be, and he can be an amazing player in this league, quote unquote. So I think they're seeing the size, they're seeing the speed, they're seeing the fact that, you know what, it's much more simplified coming off the edge than trying to run the Mike linebacker position, calling the defense. Who else, though? Who else would be his running mate? Because to me, it is wide open, and it's a land opportunity at that position.
There's no question about that. I mean, we mentioned Gardeck, who I think is having a really good camp, actually. And I don't know if he's going to get back to where he was in 2020 when he had, I believe, 7 or 8 sacks and very limited pass rush playing time. But he's a veteran who kind of knows what's going on. I think the guy you're going to really need to watch is B.J. Ojulari, because he's a second-round pick. He's a rookie, has not practiced much in the offseason because of knee surgery. He's now back. Can he get back into it soon enough to make an early impact? We'll see. But I do think at some point this year, B.J. Ojulari is going to be a guy to watch.
He was first-team All-SEC, right? So, and you have 3 preseason games to make an impact. I'll also say the 2 third-rounders from last year. Cam Thomas, the weight is up, the body fat is down. He says he feels explosive. Myjai Sanders, if he can get healthy, when he did play last year, we called his name a lot. And then we've even seen Jesse Luketa and Victor Dimukeji run with the ones at times during practice. You just feel like by the end of the preseason, they need to make some decisions at outside linebacker.
Yes. I mean, clearly the whole preseason is about a lot of positions being totally wide open, and that's because you don't have any obvious choices like we've been talking about. I do think, like you said, Zaven Collins is going to be in there. The other guy, we'll see. I think there could be a rotation. If some of these guys are important on special teams, then you have them up on game day. So if it makes sense working, we'll work it that way.
And look, if you don't have to blitz as much, that's all the better. Jonathan Gannon did not blitz hardly at all last year, so we'll see. For Darren Urban, I'm Paul Calvisi. That is Camp Credential.